Welcome back to the channel, welcome to today's video, and welcome to hell! Yeah, it's quite cheery, but welcome to all of you to today's first look at a brand new grand strategy game that just dropped recently on Steam, known only as SOLIUM INFERNUM. This is probably one of the most uniquely written games I've seen in a very long time, and probably the best ever in terms of its Steam store description that I've ever read. We'll get to that in just a moment, but I do want to share some great news with you. Again, this game is out now, and it's multiplayer, so you and your friends can get it with the link down below in the description, and let it be known that the devs sent over a key early, so I got a little chance to play this one in advance and kind of learn the ins and outs as I could for SOLIUM INFERNUM, and also for sponsoring today's video. Now, I've already played this game a little bit, but certainly this is the type of game that is going to take an astronomical amount of time to play through, and that is a good thing for those of you who love long-lasting campaigns and trying to be mischievous or very, 45, 6D chess when it comes to outsmarting and outplaying those around you. This is a combat game. There certainly is warfare and building armies, but it goes well beyond that. For those of you who know about grand strategy games and or political and war games, spying and conspiring and stopping your enemy from doing what they're trying to do is almost more effective than a full-scale invasion, but it has that too, and certainly a wonderful art style that I thoroughly enjoy. Now, the Steam store page says to take the infernal throne in this hellish turn-based grand strategy game, the Prince of Darkness has vanished, leaving archfiends to conspire, muster your legions, and atoning dark sorceries, devilish schemes, and Machiavellian plots. Who will be the new ruler of hell and ascend the throne? This game has layers upon layers of cool stuff in it, and today I think what I want to do is give everyone a little look at the tutorial for the game. I've already played a little bit of SOLIUM INFERNUM, and I think the best thing to do here for everyone to understand the story and what's going on is we'll take a look at the tutorial, so everyone, including hopefully my friends who I'll share this video with, will do some multiplayer with me in the future. It's busy times right now. Everyone's traveling and getting some stuff done, so it's certainly an awesome time to start a game, and the good thing is you can save multiple games when you're playing multiplayer. So of course you have yourself the tutorial, single player as well, and then also Chronicles with tons of single player scenarios, otherwise known as Chronicles, from moderate all the way down to hellish difficulty. So once you've mastered the tutorial and maybe played a little bit against the AI, you can always turn to the Chronicles to challenge you, but also the multiplayer to be fun. Now you can always play online and offline, that type of thing, so do whatever you wish, and then you can connect to their servers, to which you can create a game, join somebody else's game, or you can save up to 10 different active games at a time. It's great to go into detail on that, because obviously a game like this will be something that you could sit down every Friday night or Saturday night and turn this into a big event. This isn't just a game that you play for a few hours and then, oh, that was fun, guys, and then wrap it up. Well, I mean, you can if you want, but the option for this one to go on for weeks is great, like massive campaigns to conquer hell. Additionally, with all the complexity in this one, they also certainly recommend that you go over the Encyclopedia Infernum, which has everything on how to play and more information on each of those things. So lots to learn here. This is certainly a game that you will find difficult to learn, difficult to master at the start, but that shouldn't shy you away from it, honestly, because these are the types of challenges that I enjoy. And every game, of course, has all sorts of different units and different things to buy and sell and how to recruit units. So this one does a good job of going over all the rules of the game and also the codex, too, of different types of things like rituals. And another great thing that I continuously see devs doing, and I think is fantastic, again, is the ability to hover over certain terms, whether you're in the game or here, and you can kind of learn some things. So either you do it here, or there's other ways where you can access those. I'm trying to find an example like the Bazaar here, where you can then click on the encyclopedia and it brings you right to it. So a little bit of reading. Grab yourself a tea or a coffee or whatever you like, and enjoy hell. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump in now to the tutorial, and hopefully in the future my friends will be able to join me for some multiplayer. I've been really digging what I've seen of this one so far, and I hope you do too. So without further ado, thanks again for subscribing, smashing the like button, thanks for all your support, and let's take our first look at some of the infested story. Infernal story. I was coming up with a good adjective, but it escapes me. But this game is pretty neat. So let's check out our first look at SOLIUM INFERNUM. Let's go.
You rebels who defied heaven with arms fell headlong from ethereal skies, hurled, vanquished into a dim abyssal gulf. We forsaken, forever condemned to taste burdened air and churning ash, racked for eternity, with obdurate pride and steadfast hate. We, who chose never to yield or submit, strived to make a heaven of hell. We raised our great capital, Pandemonium, from which his dark majesty ruled, till vanished he did from his infernal throne. From our strongholds deep we now rage against one another, each fixing our plans upon the throne. Here, at last, I shall be free. To reign is worth ambition, though in this place of darkness made visible, better to rule in hell than serve in heaven.
Welcome to hell, everybody. I love saying that, dude. Revelation tutorial. The dark majesty has vanished, and the throne lies empty. Revelation will teach you the core concepts of SOLIUM INFERNUM, take your first stumbling steps towards eternal rule over the wicked and the damned, and claim the throne. Welcome to hell. See, they get in on the joke too. I love it. Yeah, there's certainly going to be some stumbling steps from me, but I'm sure many of you out there are already experts at many other games similar to this, so you'll have no problems. But I certainly appreciate a beefy tutorial. Bilal. Welcome to hell. My Lord Astaroth, you have awakened and are already brimming with that hallmark rage-filled vigor. The Conclave is eager to see what fresh levels of depravity you visit upon your campaign for the throne. Thank you. It has been some time since you left the comfort of your pain chambers. Take a moment to remind yourself of the view. Hell stretches away to eternity, a game board with no edges, wrapping infinitely back upon itself. Alright, so yes, as they mentioned, we can basically continue to scroll all the way to the edge of the map and come back exactly to where we started. So this is where we are right here, and yeah, it links right back around. Very nice. Despite our intentions to sculpt this land, hell continues to be a disorienting bound of endless horizons. Use strongholds and palaces of power as landmarks to help you navigate. Yeah, good point. Alright, left click on our stronghold. Ooh. Actually a cool looking building for sure. And there's a Pandemonium, which is the fun little thing we saw over here. There we go. Nothing to do with pandas, unfortunately, but there she be. Claim your territory. No sooner had the Dark Majesty vanished, the Conclave reinstated the right of Prima Inferna, the first archfield to walk troops into the neutral territory, claims it for their own. Once a canton of territory is claimed, no one else may enter without proper diplomatic permission from the Conclave. Right, so the more we move, the more territory we claim. Good. By the way, this music, very nice. Very fitting, for sure. Your legions will mark any unowned canton of territory that they march across, and claim it on your behalf. It is time to paint hell red. With your canton markers, that is. Any bloodshed is optional, but welcome. Ooh, alright, so we're going to claim some territory. I think I like that territory here. To initiate a march order, you can either, 1, select the March Legion command from the action tray, or right button directly on the Legion, select one of the neutral canton, and then another with the left button, and march your Legion away from your stronghold. Alright, so we can click this button here, and have them roll right into that territory if we want to. Order created. Remember that you cannot enter a canton owned by another archfiend without a hostile, or I'm not sure how to say that, servile diplomatic status. During a vendetta, for example, or after submitting a vassalage to a vassalage. Nonsense. And of course, yep, just like I said, hover over everything to learn. Seek tribute. After all that excitement, I see that you have used only one of your 2 orders. For lack of another legion to command, perhaps you should direct your minions to source more tribute. A seek tribute action brings you a choice of tribute currency, And it tells us about that as well. When the new turn begins. Economics makes for a boring conversation, but what good is declaring war if you cannot pay for it? Seek tribute. Ooh, yeah, I like money. Give me money. Your powers as an archfiend will determine the value of your tribute tokens, the value in which you receive. Seek tribute orders provide a steady but unexciting income. I have no doubt you'll find a myriad of ways to harvest, demand, or steal the tribute you will need. End turn resolution. Solium Infernum is a game of many patient turns. When you press end turn button, you'll see the actions of resolved in sequence, starting with the first order program by the turn's region. Most actions are shown publicly to other archfiends, but some actions and rituals will remain shrouded in secrecy. Alright, press the end turn button to resolve your march and seek tribute orders. You can press this button again during the turn resolution to skip the next sequence. Turn 1. Oh, Mammon's stronghold. Well, we have ourselves an enemy. And he's taking use of moving to that canton as well to claim territory. And it looked like it was about to lay siege to a structure over there. Trying to claim something a little bit more than just territory, but a point of interest. We'll go over that shortly. Looks like more forces are moving, claiming more and more territory. The Garden of Infernal Delights over on the left side. Must be an Applebee's. Rank. You're standing within the Infernal Conclave. Your Infernal rank defines the diplomatic options at your disposal, the number of tokens you receive when seeking and demanding tribute, and your edict voting power. Ooh. Oh, wow. Quite diplomatic in Hell. Hell is a democracy, I suppose. Regency. Something the matter, Lord Astaroth? No, your orders were not delayed. Your troops did not march first because you were not the first regent. You were not the regent for this turn. During the turn resolution, the regent resolves their first order, followed by those other archfiends in sequence. Then the regent resolves their second order, followed by others, and so on. So, it follows that working knowledge of the regency and who will act first is vital when planning your campaign strategy. In the meantime, your minions have returned from their first fiscal endeavors. Did we go rob somebody? Messages. At the start of each turn, you're notified of the public deeds, maleficent and miscreant, from your own orders and those of your fellow archfiends. This game's teaching me so many words. You only receive messages for public actions or actions that you were directly involved in. The deceptions and secret plots of your rivals will remain their little secret. Now that goes for us too. Well, unless they find out about it. Messages. Open the tribute message and select the 2 tribute tokens you want to keep. Explanation for the different types can be accessed by hovering over the tribute icon in the top left HUD. This one? That's prestige. But anyway, I think they mean here. Choice of the tribute from your minions have arrived and awaits your selection. Can I have all, please? Oh, we can only pick 2 of 3. Well, I think we'll pick the first 2 then. Gaining prestige. One of the most basic win conditions of Solium Infernum is the Trial of the Throne, which awards victory to the Archfiend with the most prestige. There are many ways to gain prestige. The most reliable is to use your legions to capture and hold places of power, which will award prestige each turn you control them. Yeah, so the Tree of Woe, and then the thing that was all about pain or whatever it was. I already forgot the name of it. The Garden of Pain, whatever it was. We'll go over that in just a minute. They all have such cool names, though. Okay, so we want to hold these places of power as long as possible. That makes sense. Gaining prestige. Lord Bilal is about to tell you that the nearby Tree of Woe is ripe for capture. Of course, Bilal is also a pathological liar who enjoys manipulating victories from afar. Best not to think about that right now. Wow. Strengthen your forces. Ah, there's that look of bloodlust we do so enjoy. Let us talk quickly of conquest and strategy so that we can watch the Dragon Knight go about his work. Let us look more closely at your personal legion, the Blood of Astaroth. Strengthen your forces. Select your Blood of Astaroth Legion. Combat occurs in 3 phases as contractually mandated by the Conclave. Your Blood of Astaroth unsurprisingly excel at the 2nd phase, melee. Now, let's consider the Tree of Woe. Yeah, that's our point of interest. Select the Tree of Woe. Oh, here's all the other ones. Yeah, there's the Tree of Woe, but that's it. The Garden of Infernal Delights. That's the thingy I was mentioning. Yeah, that thing. Okay, let's go towards the Tree of Woe. So we've got our troops selected. Let's select that legion, and we'll push them towards the tree. I wonder if we can actually calculate ahead of time? No, we can only move tile by tile. So we can do 2 tiles at a time, but we have to indicate each one for our order. I'll select the Tree of Woe. The tree is highly vulnerable in the melee phase. Its garrison are more akin to gardeners than seasoned soldiers. I eagerly await your legion hacking their limbs into fleshly firewood. Wow. The writing does not hold back. It is very well done. Combat in Solium Infernum occurs over 3 phases, ranged, melee, and infernal. In each phase, the legion with the higher value wins and does the damage equal to the difference. So there's a defense and attack variant to it in a way. So obviously if you have 10 and the enemy has 15, then you'll take 5 damage. Something like that. When a legion is reduced to 0 hit points, they are defeated and banished to the darkest depths of the abyss. They will not be missed. When a place of power is defeated, it comes under control of the attacking archfiend. Strengthen your forces. So, your Blood of Astaroth will damage the tree, but they will not defeat it in 1 turn, and you do not have a reputation. You do have a reputation to maintain. I happen to know someone who can help assure your decisive victory. Legions can be strengthened with attachments. Praetor? I think that's what it is. Praetor. Feels like a good option for now. A champion of combat to lead your legion to victory. Yeah, essentially like a general that we're going to attach to that group and kind of enhance their abilities and lead them, as he mentioned. I know that the belligerent Bune is auctioning their services to the bazaar. You should go there and make a bid before anyone else does. Wow, we got eBay in hell? Awesome. Bid on a Praetor. Open the bazaar and bid on the Praetor Boon. Oni's Faithful. Archeon's Butchers. Deacon's Guard. These are units that we can buy. These are troops that we can eventually have them work for us. And then we can assign one of these boys for it. We got Valak, Boon, and Gusion. I don't know what these are all new to me. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff, so it's a good opportunity to learn about all those fun little terms for hell. Well, there he is right there. Our friend is capable of Feral Lunge, Bleeding Wound, and Splintering Parry on dueling moves. So if he 1v1 someone, but also provides +3 melee bonus to melee phase of combats. He'll cost us I think that's 2 souls and 3. We can see our currency here. Souls and Ichor, but we also have Hellfire and Darkness too. They'll go over, of course, the economy stuff later, but important to keep in mind that these guys will always cost some of these resources. Good. Alright, let's place our bid on him. 2 and 3 is the minimum. We'll place our bid. And we can also do auto. Let's see if it'll tell us all about that. Bid on a Praetor. Drag the tribute tokens into the payment tray to meet the minimum bid, or use auto select to automatically select tokens. Press pay to submit your bid. I'm assuming for this one they'll just kind of be nice and automatically get us what we need and let us win. So let's pay. Order created. Good. So now... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Begin your conquest. Splendid. You will like Bune. He shares my Lord Astaroth's predilection for spiked garments and homicide. Oh, wonderful. We will discover the outcome of the auction in the next turn's message log. All right, so we got to wait a turn. Begin your conquest. Yes, good. We still have unused order slots in this turn. You can command your legion to capture more territory or flay some minions until they offer up more tribute. I would not presume to guess your desires. You have your own plans, as do we all. Bro, I just want to own a Corvette. I don't, but yeah, it seemed like something that Satan would be into. Okay, let's go on to our next turn then. So we'll capture some territory here. Oh, and some more enemies are on the move. The forces of Murmur. Murmur stronghold moving towards the vats of torment. Certainly not chocolate in those vats. Alright, the Legion is moving. Unholy fountains. Oh, that's great. That looks cool. Oh, kind of bypassed that one. Maybe circling it before they attack it. It's another good idea. Is they mentioned we can circle in territory and block others from moving in. So I guess you could kind of circle an area and prevent the enemy from moving in there. Alright, turn 3. Trial of the Throne. So Astaroth, us, we now have 14. Everyone else has 12. So we've stepped up a little bit with our prestige. And then rank as well, which will be calculated too. Alright, job done. So, did we win that auction? All legions have at least one attachment slot into which you can attach a praetor, an artifact of war, or devise a single-use stratagem. Each of these variously improves the legion with better combat attributes or special abilities. It's a good thing you're heading to you heeded Belial's advice. The Prince of Lies seems like a trustworthy source. Yeah. That's okay, that's smart writing. Your bid was successful. Alright. And you now have the employ of a praetor, ready to enact the violence on your behalf. To gain the benefit of the praetor, we must attach them to your legion. Alright. Select your legion. That's probably it right there. Your personal legion can only support one attachment for now. Attach praetor to the blood of Astaroth Legion. They'll grow in power. Urge on to greater feats of atrocity and heap prestige upon your name until you're surely favored by the conclave. Well, thank you. Very helpful. Okay, let's add an attachment. Transfer a praetor. Unit it is. When you're ready, attack the Tree of Woe by ordering your legion into its canton. You have prepared for this moment. Whether you take it now or in due time, I have no doubt the battle will be glorious. Open the objectives panel to keep track of your current objective. These are messages here. There's some things that we've done in the past. Astaroth. Assets. Legions. Oh, we have all the things that we own and whatnot too. Alright. That's nice. Where's our objectives panel then? The auction. Oh, we've won the auction. Good, that's the news there. Let's see. Open the objectives panel. Oh, enemy domains too. Oh, there's a notepad in the game? No way. No way, bro. Oh, I love that. You used to only see that in like mist and stuff. I know, I get very distracted. It's cool though. There's so much here. Okay, end turn, tribute, vault, manuscripts, artifacts, places of power, praetors, legions. We have our domain there. Dude, that music is too good. Alright, let's just move these boys towards the tree and start doing some war. Order created. There's our objective on the right. Ongoing objectives, begin your conquest. There we go. I smartened up. I remember. Okay, so the praetor is in there, and I think we do a ranged attack, then the melee, and then the, I think they called it the infernal? Oh, captured. I wonder if you can capture an objective by encircling it. I haven't seen that written directly, but we shall see. Looks like that's what everybody's doing to avoid combat. They're first besieging it. And there goes our troops. We're moving in directly, I guess. I want to see some combat. Let's go. There goes our ranged attacks. So the Tree of Woe has 10 HP. We have 6. But we've got melee plus 3. Legions rush to engage. We do 10 damage. The Tree of Woe has been captured. Wow. All right. Good job. And I think it'd be a good idea to take from others' playbooks and watching them and trying to encircle them. We've now jumped up to level 20. Prestige. Very nice. If I may interrupt your merciless pursuit of power for one moment, in my opinion, the Conclave does not show sufficient respect for your triumphs on the battlefield. We must find more ways to get more prestige and satisfy their measure of you. To that end, let's talk of schemes. Yes, let's. Schemes are bold plans carried out to impress your rivals and amuse the Conclave. They are rewarded with prestige. The more ambition, the greater the reward. I find the best place to plot a scheme is your sanctum. Oh, really? I wanted to do it in the living room, but okay. We'll go to the sanctum. Damn. Schemes. Plot a scheme. Plot a new scheme to pursue. You'll be rewarded prestige from the Conclave for completing one. Order created. Good. Good. Alright, we're plotting that now. This is us, by the way. If we click on other factions, I think we can also visit their strongholds or whatnot and take a look at what they look like and what their castle or base or whatever looks like. It's pretty cool. Everybody's got their own little vibe going on. After a turn of contemplation, you'll have your choice of schemes to select from best suited to your particular talents. You may declare your scheme publicly or pursue it in private. The Conclave does love its failure of a braggart. We will talk again next turn, so once you've chosen your poison, so to speak. Alright, okay. Well, our Legion probably should keep moving. I want to cut off green here, if I can, after this attack. And we'll circle back that way. Select promotion reward. Oh, our group got promoted. Legion promotion. Good job, boys. We will give you +4 let's go with initial attack. A little bonus on the initial if we can. It looks like we now have another slot there to add something more to the Legion. Good job. That really makes us powerful, even more than we thought. There, I'll move forward. Turning away. They want nothing to do with us. Exactly. We're so good at following the tutorial. They've begun to flee. Ooh. Now it also looks like there's obstacles in the land that will prevent us from moving. Obviously huge plateaus and mesas. Mountains like Dante's Inferno is there. And huge pits of like blood and lava and cracks in the land will prevent us from moving directly into the enemy. And the map sizes are rather large and rather small depending on what you want. In this case it's small since it's the tutorial, but I've also played some small maps and medium-sized maps that are very close together, and that's when it gets fun. You may now choose a scheme from your message log. Schemes are generated based on your current capabilities and allow you to earn prestige and generally antagonize other archfiends. Oh, you bet I'm going to do that. Public schemes are more rewarding, but run the risk of others trying to thwart you. Private schemes are not rewarded as generously nor immediately. The prestige for a private scheme is instead awarded towards the end of the Trial of the Throne. Oh, so you can build that up over a very long time and then snag the victory right at the end. Boom, gotcha. Didn't know what I was working on. Yeah, neat. Open your messages, select the scheme you want to pursue, and declare whether it will be public or private. Well, let's go for big money. We're going to announce it publicly then. We're going to engage in one battle without taking damage. Win a vendetta. Yeah, let's do that one. We actually upgraded our first wave of attack, so we should be even more powerful now with our Praetor and then other stuff that we did too, and we'll publicly declare that. Excellent choice, no doubt. Schemes take time. After a few turns and with 1,000 other lies and secret designs to keep track of, you might forget the details. Should you require help, consult the objectives panel. Thank you. There's our objectives again. At the profane heart of SOLIUM INFERNUM is the ebb and flow of diplomacy between archfiends. Insults, demands, declarations, proposals are all used to wear down your opponents, manufacture conflict, and put yourself into a position of dominance. Oh yes. I think that's a yoga pose, I believe. Belial is not to be trusted. His every word is poison. Oddly, this makes him the perfect guide to diplomacy. Later, you can pore over the writings of the Encyclopedia Infernum for a much more reliable guide to diplomacy, lore, and the intricacies of ruling hell. Oh yeah. Well, it hasn't taken long for your opponents to encroach upon your rightful domain. Murmur litters hell's plans with tormented dead, and Lilith hoards the unholy fountain as if it were merely a shiny trinket. Yeah, that's my fountain. That's Kool-Aid. I want that. Far be it from me to advise the Dragon Knight on military matters. You are more than capable of purchasing additional legions and artifacts from the bazaar yourself. When it comes to the delicate art of picking a fight, however, I may be of service. Diplomatic actions such as demands and insults are perfect tools for bullying an opponent and forcing their hand. When you make a demand, your opponent must either accept and pay you a tidy sum of tribute or refuse and allow you to claim vendetta. Either way, you win. Go to the diplomacy tab and go to conduct diplomacy against an archfiend. For this tutorial, it's recommended that you target Lilith with your demands. Oh, there you are. Just remember, all forms of demands and insults will result in a vendetta if the target refuses to oblige your diplomacy. Ah, okay, so that's where we could have gone our second option, too. Make a demand for 3 tribute. I will demand 3 tribute, ma'am. I will take any of 3. Any 3. Thank you. Oh, she seems mad. Oh, come on, I take cash or credit. No checks, please. Okay. Well, that was that. Diplomacy's bitter seeds take time to bear sour fruit. Your demand will be tabled with the conclaves and delivered next turn. You'll receive a reply the turn after that. Feel free to mass forces on their borders and look menacing while you wait. We will talk of power and rituals next turn as we wait for their reply. Oh yeah, something you always got to do in a game like this. Got to build those armies, and it's more about asserting dominance sometimes than it is combat. And this game totally embraces that concept for sure. Okay, well, we could keep on moving, I suppose, with the boys. All right, Legion, we're going to go down here, grab a little bit more territory, and then maybe we'll move over this way and keep claiming more down that way. Hopefully we make the right move there. More territory. Uh-oh. The Garden of Infernal Delights. Still not captured. And a big oak creature there, too. And the Vats of Torment. Ah, they can move into the ponds of blood. Capturing as much territory as they can. That's really cool that that's a concept here. The more mobile you are, and, you know, obviously you can attack an objective and get pinned down there, but staying mobile for this is really cool. Alright, oh, and everybody's stepping up again. Level 16 now, we're staying one step ahead of the competition. Very nice. Alright. Crashing metal and gushing blood are the music of conquest. Yes. But listen closely, and you'll hear their whispered invocations and the singing of Hell's choir. Rituals can disrupt your opponent's plans, steal their possessions, and even, you'll like this part, make your legions deadlier. I do like that. That's my favorite part, actually. Damn, he knows me. Now, more sorceress rivals like Lilith and Murmur may speak with contempt of your rituals. Show me the arcane power of the Dragon Knight, and you have my word that the Conclave will hear of what I witness. Open your ritual chamber. Let's see. We're going to drag this one to the ritual slot. Oh, we also have to pay for the tribute cost, too. So we need to drag something to this. Oh, I see one of these. I see, yes, on the left. Yeah, that's right. So we can have up to 5 of these, and then we can produce different things from these at a certain cost. So in this case, it will, whenever opponent targets another one with a demand, insult, or declaration, you gain 3 to 5 prestige. So that'll give us a little bit of a bonus there. And of course, payment. Perform ritual. Order created. Go back.
Of Zariah.
Ah, fine attempt, but perhaps we can find you a ritual that is less subtle and more destructive. Let us cancel the order and focus on improving your powers, preferably before you find yourself in a vendetta with a sorceress and a formidable one as Lilith. Alright, we can cancel an order then simply by right-clicking on it. There's the queue, by the way, where we're queuing up our orders to move and do other things of that nature. Powers: Wrath, Deceit, Prophecy, Destruction, and Charisma. Each archfield is variously blessed with powers, upgradable attributes that bestow unique abilities. So we have military might and tactics, a focus on pilfering and shrouding, knowledge and defensive wards, bringing about sorcerer ruins, and political manipulation. Lovely. Powers: raising your powers and unlocking powerful rituals, passive abilities, and more importantly, the additional order slots. Both tribute quality and order slots are improved by raising any of your 5 powers. These 2 attributes are vital for staying relevant in the race for the throne. Yeah, I love that. You can't just, like, you know, build up units and just try to be a little, I don't know, a tidal wave towards the mid or end game. You've always got to be doing... It feels like many plates from the beginning must be spun at once. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have an order, but it's always good to waste no action, waste no time. Overwhelming, is it not? It is, yes. The path of an archfiend may walk... the path they may walk are many and terrifying. How fortunate that I am here to guide you. Oh, very fortunate, yes. Each of the 5 powers has its own benefits, but good curse never goes out of style. I recommend you improve your destruction and prepare the eternal affliction ritual. Alright, let's go back to the sanctum. Go to powers and upgrade your destruction. Oh, hoo, yes. So we have wrath, deceit, prophecy, destruction, and charisma, as they showed before. And then there was our sanctum, where we kind of did our... like, I'm assuming this is where we did our rituals. I just picture it being on the floor in my mind. I actually picture these as, like, existing buildings, which is kind of cool, not just screens. So we're going to upgrade, then, our conjurer to tier 2. And we're going to pay for that as well. Auto with souls and everything else. Tells us at the top what the cost is, by the way, if you missed that. Order created. Now we should be able to go back. You chose power. You've chosen power, and it will increase the next turn just in time to receive a reply to your recent diplomatic effort. I hear the whispers of the war throughout the halls of Pandemonium. Prepare yourself for the violence you desire. Oh, good. I hope they're talking nice things about me, like, oh, I think he's gonna crush me, I think I may die, he's so powerful, such a genius, those types of things. Okay, we've moved twice, right? Next turn. You have unused order slots. Do we? Oh, we do. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a symbol of something else there. Well, let's take that little area there. Just gonna move in. Moving into town. Just sneaking in there. Good. Alright, boys. Take that territory. We'll try to protect the tree by adding a little extra layer there. And is Lilith about to attack? I believe that's Lilith. Attacking the unholy fountain. Looks like they're in the melee phase now. And moving on to the final phase to attack. And they have succeeded, it looks like. Yes, the unholy fountain has been captured by Lilith's forces. She's going to be fun. The neighbors are getting rowdy. And the Wheel of Pain. Turn 7. Trial of the Throne. Yeah, we're 7 turns in. A lot's already happened. Now, by the way, even though we're in the tutorial, I would say that this is the best recommended way, at least for some of the characters, to perform by immediately moving around the map, boosting up those ritual powers, and also buying a Praetor to put into your Legion, as well as a few other things too, like trying to capture one of those points of interest in order to then, of course, ascend to the throne. Vendetta, as expected, they've refused your demand. Such hubris, such disrespect deserves to be punished. Claim your Vendetta, Lord Astaroth. March your legion through their land and banish their soldiers into the abyss. We are at war. Oh yeah, it begins. How this benefits Belial, we do not know. For now, remember, vendettas allow you to enter and capture an archfiend's canton, fight their legions, and conquer the Palace of Power. Be aware that these freedoms are mutual. Vendettas are only begin once the claim has been formally ratified and rubber stamped by the Conclave. Bureaucracy in hell. Imagine, is this the DMV? It's one step below that, maybe. Step below hell. That is next turn. Oh, the DMV's not that bad. They're good people. Lastly, vendettas do not allow you to attack your opponent's stronghold. You will require more heinous diplomatic states such as blood feud or excommunication before you can eliminate a rival archfiend. We're in hell. We in hell are sadists, not savages. Wow. So if we're at war, we can't really go into their territory and destroy their HQ and go for the heart. We have to capture their territory and either make them surrender, essentially, or like capitulate to our demands, or escalate it and then continue on. There's options here. There's options. There's always options. To claim a vendetta, you must wager prestige and choose the conditions of your conflict. The bylaws of a canton capture are complex and tedious. A simple bet on a legion's destruction within 3 turns will suit our purposes better. Vendetta conditions. Open the demand rejected turn log and then declare your vendetta. A vendetta will begin next turn. Okay, so messages. Demand rejected. Girl, are we gonna have problems? I'm coming over there. Declare vendetta. Declare war on Lilith. You must set a secret victory condition and wager prestige that you will succeed within a set number of turns. If Lilith thwarts your vendetta, they will take the wagered prestige. You must set the conditions of your vendetta. Capture territory, capture places of power, destroy legions. Oh man, I want to take stuff. I want stuff. Give me more of those beautiful little POIs. Capture places of power. I keep referring them to POI as place of interest, but here they just call them POPs, like places of power. Same thing. This is my term, but yeah, it's an important structure to capture for all those benefits. So let's declare our vendetta and confirm. Good enough. The terms of your vendetta will be sent to the Conclave and rubber stamped this turn. Hold your rage just one moment more. Your vendetta will start its earnest next turn. Oh boy. Alright, where's our legion? Better get ready to capture some more stuff. We'll have to maneuver. So she's green. We can go for that unholy fountain up there. So we can try to push towards that. Let's get our legion past the Tree of Woe. This will be cool. Yeah, we've captured a pretty good amount of territory here. Alright, we're going to go back up that way. And we'll just swing in that way. So we have to move into our territory to do that. Or not. We can capture maybe any point of interest, although they all seem pretty much oh, actually. Garden of Internal Delights. We might be able to push that way. Hold on. Change of plans. I don't know if it has to be hers or not, but I'm going to try to take some stuff on my own. We don't have to attack right away. We can build up for a little bit. Okay, so let's move our army that way, and let's go to the bazaar and see if we can purchase a new group of troops here. The guard seems cool as hell. Let's go with that one. Place our bid on that one. You have insufficient tribute to perform this action. Oh, really? What about Oni's faithful? Let's go with those guys. Auto select. Hey. Now we'll see if we win the bid next turn. So we're placing a bid, and we're moving our troops. Select event card. Ooh. Where's that? Battle report, power upgraded, you're the regent. Your vote will be required. There we are. I think I did it. Still so much more to learn. This is certainly the type of game that even after 100 battles, you'll still learn something new and, of course, do it with different characters each time. Oh, the Great Wheel of Pain is being taken. Mammon is attacking first with range, now attacking the walls, a melee of 3v5, so thus the Wheel of Pain takes a 2-hit. And now the Infernal attack, to which the Gilded of Mammon will take a hit and not succeed in their attack. I think. Our arch nemesis. Lilith moving around. Oh, and now they're taking the Vats of Torment as well. I think that's Murmur taking that. The Accused of Murmur. It's really neat how the combat actually takes place with a ranged attack. It's 3 dice rolls, essentially. But they all can be manipulated differently with what we saw before from the buying of different troops from bazaars. They'll have different attributes, and then we can change those too, either through rituals or Praetor. There seems to be many ways to do these things. Oh. Absolute pandemonium down here. Hey, and there's our army. What's up, boys? Turn 8. Lilith now, wow, far in the lead at 31. Oh, we're going to take you down. Combat. Now that the Prince of Lies has embroiled you in a vendetta, here are some encyclopedia articles on advanced warfare for your consideration. Stratagems, support, and destruction rituals. Well, thank you. So now we're at war with multiple people. Great. Combat, or perhaps you would try to prefer to come back with your tail between your legs once you've experienced a few knocks to your ego. Your choice, of course. The encyclopedia can wait. Oh, I'm waiting on that encyclopedia. Ain't no want, no do readings. Want make enemy smash face good. Alright, the power of Wraith gives you access to powerful stratagems, single-use attachments that remain secret until the combat has begun. A nasty surprise to keep your opponents paranoid and vulnerable. Oh yeah, that's the best thing about opponents, is when they're both of those things. Very true. Let's see. Stratagem. Select your Blood of Astaroth Legion. This one? Ah, they've got the tier 2. Devise a stratagem. Select Devise Stratagem from the attachment set. Choose a tactic, create stratagem. Okay. Combat strategies only last one combat encounter and are consumed when the encounter concludes. Reduce range, reduce melee. Oh, we can weaken the enemy. Or we can strengthen the legion. We'll go with +2 melee so we can capture it guaranteed right at the start, hopefully. Choose a tactic and create stratagem. We have to pay. I don't know if we have the method to actually do that yet. Or we could try another legion. Let's do range +2. Create stratagem. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to do it with this group because they will be pushing north. So if we could pay... we can't afford that, actually. We need 3 of those things there. Choose a tactic. Flow of battle decoy. They cost 3 of these things. Darkness. Ah, so we have to go to weaken the enemy. Okay, that's what we must do. Let's go with the... Well, they only last a turn, I think. So we'll go with this group then. All right, we've learned so much. Devise a stratagem. Let's reduce their melee damage from 1 to 4. And so we got to pay... What are all these? We don't have enough of those currencies at the moment. So it's that in addition to that. And it also takes an order to do this too. So we have no souls and 2 blood. Can't do that one. 1 soul, no. 3, we don't have that. 3 blood, don't have that. 3 fire, we don't have that. Decoy tactic, no cost. There, that'll work. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of this little war however you see fit. Just remember that the stronghold remains off limits for now. Oh yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna attack then. Good. Good. Oh boy. Wheel of Pain is fighting back. Enemy has a good ranged attack and may breach the wall. Yep, looks like they will. And I believe they'll probably capture that. Neither side secured a definitive victory. Wow, okay. Murmur's forces now pushing in on the Vats of Torment again. Defended by neutral factions. Man, those are good sounds. Oh, and great animations too of things bursting into flame, arcane energy or whatever it may be called. Just like flaring, arcing off and going off into like a solar flare. Beautiful. Our turn. Now we do 4 range damage against the Garden of Infernal Delights. This is an Olive Garden in my mind. We're also doing 12 melee damage against them. But they get to do 9 infernal damage against us. But we were defeated in battle. Sad. Don't mess with Olive Garden. Those unlimited soups and breadsticks are just too good. And we fall from wherever we were to 16. All is not yet lost. Okay, let's try to gather more tribute now. And let's move our troops into enemy territory and try to capture that. And this actually might capture enemy territory too. So we lost that army down here in an attempt to try to capture the Infernal Delights. We can try to come down here. Look at how close we were, 2 out of 11. Oh man. A big loss for us, but honestly, if we had other currency, we may have been able to buff some other things that really would have given us an advantage towards the start. And more fun. We'll go ahead and start skipping these now. And see how our attack plans out up here. Oh good, we are taking enemy territory. So they have 5 out of 8 of the Unholy Fountain. Okay. Let's continue to get tribute and attack. I'm really desperate to try to take one of these. This was our goal, by the way. In retrospect, I maybe should have done territory, but she does have 2 armies that we'll have to defend against too. Alright, oh, select which tribute. Yes, thank you. We need these, I think, the most. I think. And vote on edict policy. Let's see. Mercenaries levy... Oh, land tax. Good. That always works out well. We're in hell after all. Same with the HOA. Alright. Vats of Torment up for grabs again. I can't believe how many times. Enemies are having trouble capturing some of these too. They've attacked these positions 3 or 4 times now. I think they're going to finally fall. And here's our chance. We're doing 5 and 2, so getting the enemy down to 2. Beautiful. And our melee damage 3 and 4. We're doing 1. We just got to do 1 more. Nah, we do 0. No, we'll have to attack again. But hopefully we'll take it. Wow, Lilith up to 43. That's crazy. Infernal rank. Now that your diplomatic foray has been settled, let us consider an improvement to your rank within the conclave. Throw some weight around. Infernal rank is an indication of your power and heft within the conclave and has far-reaching effects. Diplomatic actions become more impactful, and at higher ranks will unlock more powerful options. Your voting power improves for edicts, and you could choose between more tribute tokens from your seek tribute actions. Alright. Infernal rank. Each new rank costs a significant amount of prestige. Be warned that the Conclave cares not for your rank at the end of the trial. They care only for the prestige that you've left when the gong sounds. Oh yes, a limited number of turns, essentially. Go to your sanctum and improve your rank. Alright, let's do that. Oh, from Baron all the way up to Prince. Ooh. So that costs 30 prestige to get there. We're going to have to pay for that later. Let's see. Select rank and purchase the new rank. If you find yourself unable or unwilling to pay for it, come back later once you've gained more prestige. Okay, so that's going to be one of our main goals then, is to become more powerful over time. Unfortunately, our time together must grow short. Rumors abound that I have taken too keen of an interest in your domain. The Prince of Lies must remain a hypocrite and guide to all, not just to yourself.
Passes no one.
Once you tire of hunting Abyss Striders for sport and experience, you will turn your eye to larger prizes. Regardless of whether you choose military power or powerful artifacts, you will bump into the same barrier: money. Oh yeah, now we got to talk about cash. More specifically, the Trepid laws of the Conclave, which state that every transaction in Hell must be paid in 8 tokens or less. An infuriating piece of legislation that nonetheless we can cheat and work around. Oh yeah. A gold consolidated token contains more than one type of tribute and can hold at most a value of 9 of each type. I do not care for the accounting personally, but I'm in favor of any means of empowering ourselves, and certainly not because I would typically steal such a valuable token from your vault once created. ... A consolidating tribute. That token with each of the tribute type now, or wait until you have the need of one when attempting a purchase. Alright. Oh, well, let's see how this works. Alright, let's try that. Just to see. Trial of the Throne. And with that, I am confident you have enough knowledge to complete the Trial of the Throne without embarrassing the both of us. Just remember the infernal rule. What, treat others the way you want to be treated? What the hell, what he's talking about? The measure in which by the Conclave choose the winner is prestige. Every order must serve your goal of surviving with the most prestige. Anything else, including fair play, is secondary. Trial of the Throne. The Prince of Lies leaves you your innermost sanctum, and with him go the maddening echoes of his whispers and insidious undertones. Enjoy the quiet while it lasts. Now that the first lessons of SOLIUM INFERNUM are complete, you may pursue the race for the throne to its conclusion. Yeah. So the standard game mode of breaking out and capturing territory, POPs, places of power, and also messing with your enemies either directly through combat or indirectly through other means. Many other means, actually. If you're eager to explore the more advanced depths of hell for yourself, the Chronicles will take you through each Archfiend's unique rise to power. Anytime that you have questions, the Encyclopedia Infernum waits patiently to satisfy your every curiosity. Welcome to Hell, Archfiend. Well, thank you. Wow. Guys, the game told me to go to hell, and that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, now it really truly begins. We're only like, what, 7 or 8 turns in? And the goal now is to continue on to that unholy fountain. I want to see if we can capture that. That's going to be our main goal here for today. We'll consolidate our tribute, and then, see if we can push our forces forward to capture that unholy fountain. Do something to lick our wounds after that defeat at the Applebee's. Now, let's see. You cannot Enter Lilith's territory without a vendetta, blood feud, or excommunication. Uncapturable. You will not capture this from Lilith. It is adjacent to one of your own. Lilith, come on. Well, we attacked it and we weakened it, though. So we'll have to find out ways to lick our wounds and then go back and maybe recruit a Parator or whatever. And actually, we can go this way and try to capture this territory. So we'll grow our borders then. We'll push south, we'll push east, and then we'll see if we can push to... actually, maybe we can capture the Infernal Delights again. It is weakened as well, down to 4 out of 11, so that'd be a good call. I like it. I like it indeed. Tutorial did a lot to explain all the currency, all the combat, all the mischievous deeds that you can do to fight all the enemies, and of course, well, teaching you how they can do the same against you. Right. Now, real quick, I wanted to go over what they had mentioned before, which is really interesting, the Chronicles, which, again, not only is just an advanced way to play kind of like a campaign mission based on each of the different leaders of Hell, but I like how it goes to their rise of power. So each of these are kind of like an advanced tutorial, as they mentioned, and it's also a way to play as some of your favorite or more well-known characters from Hell, which also kind of goes a little bit more towards supporting their lore and exploring that based on like something along the lines of diplomacy or treachery or, you know, whatever you may call it. So yeah, and another great thing about this game too that I wanted to show off is the different map types as well. We have ourselves up to 4 players for some of these smaller maps, and more that I think is doable up to 6. Yeah, so up to 6 players multiplayer with different map types like the Pit of Despair, Infernal Plains, Dante's Peak, and then we can also adjust a few things like how many turns you want to play for. The standard round is 50. Map sizes go up to small, medium, and large. So you can make a small Dante's Peak map all the way up to large, which is recommended for 5 to 6 players. And then, of course, you can make the battle as brutal as you want by increasing or decreasing the number of places of power, thus either allowing everybody to get more powerful as they play or, well, have to get more powerful by just being smarter and capturing other people's stuff. Then additionally, we have all the backgrounds on all the different characters here, like the Dragon Knight, who we just played in the tutorial, Astaroth, but then of course Lilith and a few others who embrace things like dark arts and you know, vanities and chains of Avich, whatever. The designs are great here though, and of course we can also change. Not only can we change the maps and the map settings and our characters and see different types of bonuses for them, things like their starting values essentially before upgrades, but we can also see their units, and even more so, we can change out their equipped relics, which also changes the game further. So there's all sorts of different equipment that we can bring in for each of the characters, which will change it a little bit further, kind of on the grand scale of things. This is a grand strategy game that has a lot of different layers to it in the different ratings and like bonuses for combat or for, you know, like here, ritual resistance, that type of thing. So there's a lot of things to consider and a lot of depth. I want to show these characters off, though. They all look very cool, very well done, very well animated, and having kind of their own unique sounds and voices. And these are ones that you want to fight against or maybe ally with in a way. Oh, God. Beelzebub. Lord of the Flies. Indeed he is. Gross. All right. Cool stuff. Well, everybody, that is simply only just a small taste of what awaits you in Hell in Solium Infernum. Lots of single-player options, including those Chronicles, the game tutorial, which then goes right into a single-player match, and then that beefy big O 10-slot. Hey, this may last a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Play with friends in college, play with relatives over, you know, a course of an entire year, every weekend or something like that. Play a few turns and keep it up in Solium Infernum. I love that. Lots to unpack here, lots to do, lots to see, lots to read. So certainly a game that would be worth all your time. All right, everyone, again, check this game out now, right now, down below in the link in the description. And yeah, let me know what you think about the game if you got it. Let me know what you think about grand strategy games in general. Thanks again for all of you for watching, and thanks to the devs for sponsoring today's video as well and being so helpful with so much in the encyclopedia, in the tutorials, and trying to create something so complex, yet tie it together with so much lore and so many different systems. Well done. Well done indeed. All right, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching.